Hello everyone, my name is Atolo Rebecca, a year 2 student at African Rural University. I am pursuing Bachelor's of Rural Development and I'm in my second year, as already told you earlier on. I want to talk about how I was admitted at African Rural University. Atolo Rebecca is a student from Soroti and she got chance to know about Kagadi. That is through African Rural University, the admission she got. How I got to know here is one of my uncles who had connections, and he has been admitting students, enrolling students and encouraging people to join African Rural University. It happens that he has always brought very many students from Eastern to this side, and when my results came back, I had no option of where to go. I didn't have the money. I was looking around, my parents also looking around, but there was no source that would be seen. But then here comes chance. My uncle just comes and calls me one day and tells me, Rebecca, you're going to apply at African Rural University and you're offered a space where you'll go on, you'll manage to proceed with your education to that level that you want. Now, when I got that chance, I had to organize. I was so happy because I knew that my achievement one of completing my education was soon to be accomplished. But that was not the end of my dream, because I would really love to see myself somewhere. The good news of getting admitted to African Rural University really motivated me, my parents too, because it was seen as a chance, as an opportunity, since they looked around and there was no source of income available. This came as a blessing in disguise. Now here comes Atolo at African Rural University. My first experience here was the difference in the weather patterns. In Eastern, the weather is really very cold, hot, but when I came to Kagadi, it was the opposite. I was used to being like, at that time you would even walk on a sleeveless cloth, but when I came here for the first time, it was really not easy because we came in that season where there was too much rain. We had to adjust, and really all the time we would be on sweaters, but anyways, it was loving because the environment was calm, it was cool. The people around were good people. They welcomed us. They welcomed students from other districts. So I would also really love to talk about my experience in class. In class, things were not easy because I reported late and really found that people had already gone ahead. So it was a test for me to catch up. I had to sit down, read, and then to see myself now as a student in second year. What motivates me or what inspires me about African Rural University? One thing is, African Rural University is an institute of its own. Why do I say so? Because it is a university that educates only women. And one gender being in the same learning institution, like only one gender, it's a bit hard because women are these people whom you cannot handle them easily. Now, if you're someone who came up from a background that is made of, like a background consisting of both genders, there's a way you find it unique. That is how I found unique African Rural University was. It was, should I say, scary experience, or because I thought we were both male and female, but it was the opposite. Anyway, that didn't stop me from achieving my vision, my vision. The other thing about African Rural University that is unique is they educate these females to go back to the villages and transform the villages using the knowledge they got from here. And their graduates are called epicenter managers, and that is what I will also soon become after my graduation. After my 4 years, I will be deployed in the field and then transform those communities outside there. And the idea is, we are not the ones to transform them, but we create conditions that enable these communities to transform their lives and to transcend those mental models or those barriers that limit change. The other thing about African Rural University that I would really love to talk about is the biodiversity. The biodiversity at African Rural University, it's really so interesting that we have different features in the environment. We have the trees, we have the animals, that is to say the monkeys. We have different species of both plants and animals. That is one other unique thing that I would not love to leave behind when I'm talking about African Rural University. Besides educating women change agents or women epicenter managers. Also, the other thing about African Rural University that is unique is the visionary approach. This visionary approach is one of the course units that we are taught or we are enrolled to when we join our first year and in our first semester. It is the visionary approach. It is taught in a course unit called the fundamentals of the creative process. This course unit enables an individual to shift his, let me talk about her because we are in a her institution, enables an individual to transform her life from being reactive or one who reacts to issues to someone who creates or someone who is creative. And that is the uniqueness of African Rural University. Most institutions, they don't do this, but here we do it. And this visionary approach, it's really important because it enables us to transcend barriers. Those barriers that we thought we could never transcend through the visionary approach, we are in position to learn that we can transcend them. That is the mental model. I came here with a mental model that women cannot do tasks that are meant for men. But it was the opposite when I came here. I found women doing things that men do, but they even do it better than the women can do it. That example I would give in the feature days that we have here. Down there, when we were constructing the lake, everyone was involved, and women also were participating in this issue. And this enabled us to like we built, it's more of building one, like a common vision where everyone participates and everyone is key. As they say, each individual is key to his or her own development. We participated, and also here we have is it a working premise that says that when you work for your happiness, you work for the happiness of your community. That was what we were doing down there at the lake, at the mini lake. Besides that, in African Rural University, we are also in position to learn about the hands-on. In our program design, 60% is theory, that is what we get from class in different course units, and then 40% is practicals. I would really love to bring this issue of resource management or waste management. Waste management, because it is one of the projects that year 2 students are working on, and as myself I participate, and I am so happy to say that I am one of the active participants. As you can see, we are working on our project and we are minimizing the plastic bottles in the environment. As we all know, these plastic bottles are not good for the environment. They affect the organisms in the soil and very many other things. So this is the 40% practical that we are doing, and it's really sustainable, because these bottle benches we are going to make, they are not only going to be used by us, but it will be for the future also. As other students report, they will find this and they will maybe remember that this was the year 2 of that year. Also, the other thing about African Rural University is students are given a priority. We have FC sessions where we go to learn, relearn, and unlearn. Here we are able to interact with different categories of people. We interact with the people who have done their masters, like people who are intellectually wise, should I say that? They are above us in knowledge, and they give us, they guide us, they teach us, they educate us. So we as students, we take the priority of learning, which is so important. I would really love to talk very much about African Rural University, but what inspires me most is the gender issue, where women are the key in transformation. That is why we have our VC, Dr. Musheshe. He motivates us, he inspires us, and he says that transformation in a home, in a country, in a nation is built, should I say built on women, because a woman is the first kitchen, a woman is the first nurse, a woman is the first teacher, and really this is so important and it is really wonderful, and that is the uniqueness of African Rural University. I would really love to talk more and more, but let me say my advice to the people outside there: please enroll your sisters, bring in your fellows. At least let them also get the chance, the opportunity to study and at least achieve their visions. I would love to say thank you for listening to me.